Hi, this is Christina Hearts, and I want to welcome you to my brand new series, and I hope you love my new outfit. I went on ahead and I decided to go ahead and do something completely different with this series. So anyway, those of you that know me, my name is Christina Hearts, and I've done many series. Those of you that don't know me, I do what I call the real fake life of Christina Hearts. Is it fake? Is it not? I'm not going to tell you, but I will say that it's all role play, maybe. Okay? Now, those of you that don't know me, I've done many series. I've done The Compound, where I did the growing up years. I also did Slut Cops, and then things went different throughout Slut Cops, and then I ended up becoming the Dark Angel, Dark Princess series. So, and ultimately I become the Immortal Princess. But at any rate, we're not going to talk about all the stuff that I've done. I've done other rogue series too, separate genres, because I like to go on ahead and be diverse. And this is going to be a different series. So this series is basically Sexercise and Mental Health, which is basically a sexual wellness series. This is all about you. This is nothing about me. This is so that you, a transgender or a cross-dresser, gets more confidence when you dress. Because I believe in self-esteem. Self-esteem is very important. And if you don't believe in yourself, people are not going to believe in you. But before I get into all that, okay, because I've got a lot I want to cover on this particular episode. This is the introductory. Okay. Basically, there's no such thing as a slut. Okay. We all love to fuck. We all love sex. We all love intercourse, and we all love to feel good. Okay? So, don't consider yourself a slut. I just consider myself very sexually active. Anyway, so there's nothing wrong with feeling good about yourself, and there's nothing wrong with being pleasured and feeling like you're wanted by someone else. So that is very important. Always remember, when you're traveling across the road, it's very important that you don't play with the driver's private areas. Many accidents happen because a girl wants to go on ahead and pleasure her man as they go cross country. There's nothing wrong with that, but park the car first, perhaps at a rest area or whatever, so that way no accidents do happen. I mean, accidents can happen, just not on the road. I want to go ahead and reach out to you bitches. There's a lot of women out there that are just a whole bunch of bitches. And what they do is they go on ahead and automatically judge you, and they don't own a damn thing themselves. This is what I call a bitch. Okay? She doesn't pay rent. She doesn't pay car insurance. She doesn't pay any utility bills. Okay? She's got no responsibilities at all. Okay? And she has a right to judge you? I don't think so. Obviously, if I didn't have any bills, I would have a whole bunch of more spending money too. So I'm not surprised that a fucking bitch has all this money for, you know, very beautiful clothes, and she looks fabulous every day because she doesn't have a job to go to. All she's got to do is make up her face and, you know, kind of sell that kitty. Anyway, so I'm sorry, but if I wanted a relationship, I don't care who it is. I don't care anything. I mean, if she's a fucking bitch, I don't want it. Okay? It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your gender. Okay? And it definitely doesn't matter your age. I mean, for legality purposes, of course, she's got to be 18, but it doesn't matter your age, race, or gender, okay? What matters is the true character of a person. Because when you go ahead and enter a relationship, you're looking for a lifelong partner, right? You're not wanting a girl to go on ahead and, you know, while things are good, she's going to ride the wave. But when the waves get a little choppy, she's going to go on ahead and, you know, grab the surfboard and, you know, hit the road. So you don't want that kind of bitch, okay? So money is very important to girls. I get it. But at the same time, it shouldn't be what defines a relationship. Because you can't buy love. I mean, you can buy pleasure, you can buy happiness for a short period of time until the money runs out, and when the money runs out, of course, she's going to be gone. But this kind of bitch is very happy with a 3 1/4 inch. Yes, I said a 3 1/4 inch. It's all it takes, because that is the size of a credit card. Okay, so 3 1/4 inches is all it takes. And before I go ahead and move on, speaking about credit cards, every time I reach a sale, I go on ahead and I want to make a statement. So, you know, I don't really like that price. So, you know, hawk tooey, spit on that thing. And my other one is, oh fuck, you're going to make me pay for that? Really? Now, these are credit card skins. You can put them over any credit card. But I'm just, when I go on ahead and I make a purchase, I want to go on ahead and make a statement. Either hawk tooey, spit on that thing, or, oh fuck, you're going to make me pay for that? Anyway, so let me go on ahead and put these away, because these are my real credit cards. And just give me 1 second, okay? Okay, so I am back. So anyway, all it takes is 3 1/4 inches to please any woman. But the 3 1/4 inches that pleases a woman is definitely not your girl. She is using you. She's a gold digging bitch. Okay, so I also wanted to mention that there are a lot of people, and I'm not going to get into politics, but there is Pride Month. Pride Month is not woke month. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people that are ruining it for everybody, including all of us transgenders, cross-dressers, and especially the non-binary people, and of course the fluffies and the other people that identify differently. So I wanted to mention that just because you're pride does not mean that you're woke. Does not mean that you have to be woke. So I wanted to bring that up because, again, I'm not going to get into politics, but our government cannot give you any more freedoms than you already have, okay? And I say that because some people think that you have to be woke in order to have the freedom to dress and to be yourself and express yourself. No, the First Amendment is freedom of speech, okay, and freedom of expression, okay. Now, back in the day in 1940, okay, Bugs Bunny was launched. Bugs Bunny cross-dressed, right? Tom and Jerry cross-dressed, right? The Roadrunner cross-dressed, right? Okay. The Three Stooges cross-dressed, right? So there has been cross-dressing in our culture for a very long time. So to be a transgender or a cross-dresser, okay, or a non-binary individual, you do not have to be woke, okay, to go on ahead and actually have that freedom, okay. Like I said, our First Amendment right is the freedom of expression and the freedom of speech. No one has the right to trample on your rights, and you don't have the right to trample on other people's rights. Everybody has their own rights, religious, freedom of expression, and freedom of speech, as you do, okay, as well as you have that. So it's not important to just trample on somebody. So I did want to go ahead and bring that up. Now this is going to be a very educational series. This is guaranteed to make your sex life better. Okay, that's the purpose of the series. Okay, your self-esteem is going to be heightened and your relationship will be over the top awesome. Okay, so you need to dress in a way that you feel beautiful. Doesn't matter what other people think. The other person is not paying your bills. Okay, the other person is not running your life. You are responsible for your own happiness and joy. If somebody doesn't like it, they can walk away. You don't have to shove it down their throat. Okay? Just like if you don't like something that someone else does, then you can walk away. When we go ahead and watch television, we can go ahead and change the channel, can't we? If there's a music genre that we don't like, we can go ahead and change the radio channel. Correct. Okay? So you don't have to listen to anything, you don't have to watch anything, and you don't have to agree. There's a lot of people in this world that's going to agree with you, and there are other people in this world that's not going to agree with you. That's a fact of life. Because all of us are like a box of chocolates. You never know who's inside or what's inside until you actually meet somebody. I like to think of people as a box of crayons. Okay, if every crayon in a box was the same color, then life would be dull, wouldn't it? So I like that idiot. Okay, I like that janitor. I like that fast food person. I love that doctor. I love that pilot. Okay, we love that surgeon. We love that person that cleans a hospital. I'm talking about a nursing home. Okay, there is a place for everything, and everybody has a different personality, and a lot of people do jobs based on their personality. If you are a real people person, a lot of times you'll probably grab a customer service job. If you're not a people person, you'll go ahead and bury yourself in a cubicle, or like a telemarketing firm where you're hidden in a booth and you just pretend that the people that are calling you are, just complete friggin' morons that you're just trying to resolve their issue. Nonetheless, life is a box of crayons, or should I say people are a box of crayons, and I love that really smart person and I really love that dumb person. Give you a prime example. Sorry about that. There's a movie, it's called Into the Storm. Now I really love this movie because you have the complete morons that are trying to make a YouTube video and get the most hits. Okay? And they are just doing a whole bunch of stupid shit. Also in the movie Into the Storm, you have the principal or the superintendent getting ready to run a graduation with his sons. And then of course you have the professional team, okay, which of course is changing the storm or chasing the storm. And what's really beautiful is at the beginning of the movie they introduce all three groups. And then throughout the movie, when the tornadoes start dropping down, all three groups merge. And it's a really beautiful thing. And that's what makes life, and that's what makes public, that's what makes everybody beautiful. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on. So you need to dress in a way that you feel comfortable. Okay? If you want to dress goth and you feel gothic and that makes you feel comfortable, great. If you want to dress up as a princess, you should be allowed to do that. If you want to dress up in regular ladies' clothes and a dress and things like that, and that's what makes you feel comfortable, you should be able to do that. There is no right or wrong to dressing. It's only wrong if you dress in something that you don't feel comfortable with. Because like I said, the other people are not paying your bills. You do. And what matters is your happiness, your joy, and your lifestyle and your decisions in your life. It doesn't matter what someone else thinks of you. Okay? Because a lot of times that person that, oh, I can't believe, oh, well, you know, and then that grumbler, especially like a Karen, okay, that person you're not going to see again. They have no reflection on your life. So since they don't matter in your life and they ain't paying your bills or anything, okay, then don't let them ruin your life and hurt your feelings, okay? You're responsible for your own joy. You're responsible for your own happiness, and you're responsible for your own lifestyle and decisions. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on. And as with many people, normally it just started with a pair of panties. You know, me, I love sniffing panties. I wanted to try them on, and yada yada yada, and then I began to feel like this is me. But anyway, so I am a cross-dresser. I do love cross-dressing, and when I'm dressed, oh God, I am especially horny. I feel horny when I feel beautiful. I feel horny and I feel like I'm wanted. I feel like I'm wanting to be accepted. I feel like I'm wanting to be pleasured, and I love being a girl when I dress. So I'm definitely horny when I dress. I do love to go ahead and dress up on my days off, okay? And I am especially happy and I'm especially joyful, okay, when I'm dressed. When I'm actually myself. Even if it's just a lingerie outfit, okay, and I don't go on ahead and go all out with makeup and everything else. Even if it's just wearing lingerie or panties, okay, I'm at least feeling like a girl, and that makes me feel good, okay? So, and yeah, some girls got vaginas, other girls got a lady stick. There's nothing wrong with that. We're all girls. I just gone ahead and in my past relationships, I've been bitched out for it because I spell girl G-U-R-L if you have a lady stick, and if you have a vagina, then you are G-I-R-L. It's not that it's taken away anything from you. Okay, as some of my previous transgender girlfriends think I am, okay, it's not derogatory at all. Anybody that knows me knows that I am a very loving person. I am Christina Hearts, and I am not that person that would ever tear down or hurt somebody intentionally. But I'm sorry, I consider myself a G-U-R-L. Not a G-I-R-L. I know there's a lot of debate on that, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on. So I really am very, very horny when my lady stick gets hard, and I really want to go ahead and enjoy a nice lady stick, or if I'm with a guy, then of course it's a hard cock. Okay, I really love a good pounding, and I really love sucking. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on. So, and it's really fun dressing with another girl. Unfortunately, when you do anything with any kind of guy, they're pretty much done in about 5 to 10 minutes, and then they want to be out the door. I didn't spend 4 to 6 hours getting ready for somebody's 5 to 10, 15 minutes worth of pleasure, because I obviously am not going to get any pleasure out of that. I get pleasure dressing up in the fellowship with others, teaching makeup, putting on makeup together, dressing together, and things like that. That really makes me happy. So anyway, okay, I'll cover it. There is actually 10 commandments to sucking a hard cock, and it's very important that all you girls learn this. Number 1, of course, is never use your teeth. That, of course, hurts. Always use plenty of spit. Okay? Don't just suck the dick, but make love to the dick. I mean, just going ahead and actually act like, you know, this is the most delicious thing in the room. Okay? Many girls like to play with the balls. I do not. But apparently that is very, very important. Always tilt your head with the tongue too. Okay? So, and it's always going ahead, always to go ahead and suck the tip. Moan while you're sucking cock like you really, really enjoy it. Always make contact. And when he comes, always swallow. Okay? Now, some people love to have cum on their face. Some people love to have cum on their back of their ass. Whatever. But you know what? When you're sucking a cock and if you swallow, that of course is going to give that person the most pleasure. And if you want that person to return and come again, you want to make that experience exceptional. Especially if that's an exceptional person. My taste in girls, or I hate to call it my taste in men, but my taste in girls is a feminine male or a femboy or a born female. So when it comes to relationships, I've met a few tweaks. I guess that's what they call them. I call them femboys, but I've met a few tweaks that I had no problem dressing up, and they had no problem dressing up as well. So anyway, those are the people that I'm interested in. So I do love trans girls very, very much, and a female friend that understands you and helps you, and you understand them and you help them, that produces a memory together. Okay, and that's really, really good fellowship. I know that this is a lot of information. I'm not trying to bore you, but I'm trying to give you some opening tips for you to have a happier life, because that's what this series is about. This series is about you, the fan, the follower, and the subscriber. Okay, this is about you, the new person that just discovered me, that wants to go on ahead and learn about other stuff that I've done. This is all about you. This is not about me. Even though I'm going to get a lot of pleasure doing this series, because I'm going to be going through a lot of sex toys and everything else. But ultimately, this is tips to make you better. So that way you have a happier life, a more joyous life, okay? You're actually doing a life and producing memories, okay? Because happiness is memories, okay? You can't buy love. You can have all the money in the world and you can be one of those people that have never had a day off, and you can be downright miserable because you think your happiness is the size of your bank account, but you never got a chance to enjoy it. So happiness is about memories, and happiness is about being with others and spending time with others, and of course enjoying each other intimately, passionately, and very affectionately. That's what a relationship is about. So before I get started with my series, I wanted to go on ahead and tell you that I did an episode where it talks about, toy mounts and things like that with my compound series. You're more than welcome to go on ahead and check that out. So I did go on ahead and do that, but I'm going to be introducing with different toys in this series, okay, about how to pleasure yourself and how to make yourself more beautiful and feel more beautiful. And when you feel more beautiful, it builds your self-esteem, okay? And some people to this day still live in the closet because they're like, oh, I can't do that in public. I can only do that in the house. Now, some people I understand are in a relationship. They have kids. They have they have family burdens there where they cannot go in and get themselves out. But I also know single people that are also in the closet because they're afraid of doing something, because they're afraid of what others may think of them, or what others may look at them, and they can't stand the thought of any kind of rejection. So that's why they stay within themselves. No, you got to be happy with yourself. You got to be happy with your own joy. You got to be happy with your own decisions. And you need to do the things that make you happy. And the things that make you happy will build your self-esteem. And as your self-esteem builds, then you will go on ahead and do more and more things. So I did want to go ahead and mention, I think I already kind of touched base on it, that it's very important to not trample on another person's rights. And I don't appreciate it when people trample on my rights. So we need to set the example, especially if we're the minority, okay? And we need to be decent human beings. Because when we go in and do something, then other people are going to say, oh, all of them, all the transgenders, all the cross-dressers are all just alike. If one biker is selling drugs and breaking the law and robbing the places, guess what? All bikers are doing it. Now, there is no all, okay? Everybody is their own individual. And the most important aspect of anybody, doesn't matter what the rapper looks like, is the content of their character, okay? You can look really, really good on the inside, but if she is a real cunt, excuse the expression, if she's a real Karen, okay, if she's a gold-digging bitch, she doesn't look so pretty anymore, okay? So I'm telling you that it's all about the character of the individual. I hope I made that perfectly clear. But I'm not going to get into politics. So, you're responsible for your own happiness. The majority of your limits are all self-imposed. Oh, I can't go outside. Yes, you can. Okay? Nobody's stopping you. Okay? You can never fully prepare for what anything is going to throw at you. I especially know that at work, and I don't even dress when I'm working. And people throw shit at me all day. So obviously people are going to throw shit at me if I go out in public dressed. Okay? Just expect it. There are good people in the world, and there are shitty people in the world. That's the way it is. Get over it. Okay? You will mess up, and the best thing that you can do is learn from it and move on. Okay? Obviously, you want to go ahead and dress in such a way that's going to be decent based on the surroundings. Okay? You don't want to be super slutty at a playground. Okay? Obviously not. Because of the laws. But you can go ahead and find a remote location and do that. If there's nobody else there, take a couple quick shots and then move on. Okay? So anything that you want to do, you can do. But there is a time and place for everything. And of course your loved ones will not always be around forever, so you need to cherish them. Cherish the relationships that you have. We're not promised tomorrow, so cherish the time that you have and make every moment count. Okay? So don't go on ahead and say, okay, well, I've got a bucket list and I never got to the bucket list, so you know what, now it's a bucket list. That is your choice. Your choice is to be happy. Your choice is to be joyful. Okay? So, things I'm no longer going to apologize for, and you should neither. Okay? So, I want to go ahead and address these before I really get into my series. Okay? I'm never going to apologize for my feelings. Okay? I have feelings, and I'm not going to apologize for them. I have a right to my feelings, and other people have a right to their feelings. So we need to stop apologizing there. Have your firm boundaries and keep them in place. Say no to something I'm not interested in doing. You're more than welcome to do that. Be emotional or crying. I'm not going to go ahead and be apologizing for being emotional or crying. I'm not going to apologize for saying no to something that I'm not interested in doing. That's what I meant to say. I'm not answering the phone when I can't or I don't need to. Not answering the phone when I can't or don't feel like doing something. So I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize for needing a break. Work always wants me to work 7 days a week because there's always somebody at the employment that can't make it to work because some stupid reason or something comes up, and I'm always the guinea pig that's got to fill in for everybody. And then next thing you know, the whole summer is gone. Now, I plan on kicking this series off in the beginning of spring. It is now almost fall. Because I've been trampled on all summer long. The cover for everybody else's shift. I wanted to be on the beach. Okay? I wanted to be out there in those 90-degree days. I wanted to be in the water. I wanted to do a photo shoot. I wanted to enjoy the outdoors too. And now fall is here. Now I allowed that to happen because I spent a lot of money on my toys and I wanted to go on ahead and work to go on ahead and fill the money that I spent on my toys. So I allowed that to happen. But I really wish I had launched this at the beginning of spring and not, we're a month away from fall. And preseason football has already began. That's already your first clue that winter is coming. Okay? So definitely do not allow people to trample all over your time, and definitely do not apologize when you need a break. Ask to clarify when you don't understand something. How other people be. Let me go ahead and just remove this from there because this kept on falling over anyway. And I apologize for reading my notes, but it's very important that you do not apologize for not agreeing with somebody. It's very important that you actually be yourself and stay true to your own person and your own feelings and your own beliefs. Okay, it's very important that you put yourself first. Or if you're with an individual in a relationship, it's very important that you put your relationship first. I can't be anything to anyone if I don't feel anything about myself. If I don't have any self-esteem, how are others going to see me? or how am I going to be an inspiration for their life? So it's very important that you believe in yourself. I am also not going to apologize for settling for less than what I believe I deserve. Okay? I'm going to definitely not apologize for letting go when I need to. And I'm always going to heal at my own pace. So nobody's going to tell me, get over it. There are others, blah, blah, blah. That's not true. There's two relationships especially that I don't know if I'll ever get over. Okay? Because they meant so much to me, even though I did not mean everything to them. They did mean everything to me. So, and I want to go on ahead and add one more thing. This is very, very important, especially to your health. Never, ever push yourself. You pace yourself. Whenever you push yourself, you get anxious, you forget very little things that you would have normally used. If you push yourself, you could even sprain your ankle on something stupid, okay? Or even bump your head, or you're pushing yourself, so instead of moving the ladder just a couple inches, you go ahead and reclimb it. You know what? I think I can reach it. It's not worth pushing yourself. It's very much worth pacing yourself. And I say that especially when it comes to cross-dressing. Okay? When it comes to makeup. When it comes to going out in public and being around others. Now, you may not actually feel comfortable doing that. But you can walk to the door, you can open the door, and you can close it. Even if it's the back door. Okay? There's always something that you can do. So it's very important that you pace yourself and never ever push yourself. Because if you push yourself, you're going to get frustrated, depressed, and you're going to be overwhelmed with anxiety. You're going to be standing there like, what do I do now? What do I do now? When you know darn right well what you're supposed to do, but you see you're overwhelmed with anxiety that you can't even move because you're just overwhelmed. And that means that you're pushing yourself too hard. Don't ever do that. Be yourself. Be your true character. And dress in what makes you feel comfortable. And go out in the surroundings that you feel comfortable. Okay? So, it's better to be truthful and honest. Even if it's better to be truthful and honest than it is for someone to completely lie to me and candy bar it. I'm not going to tell somebody that they look sexy if I think that they don't. They're asking for my opinion. And if you ask for my opinion, I'm going to give it to you. Okay? You don't want my opinion? Then don't ask. Does that make sense? I want to give an example. There's a lot of people that dress, and they dress really, really oddballish. We see this especially at Walmart. Okay? Us as transgender and cross-dressers, we don't need to be dressing like clowns. You need to go on ahead and roll with something. Find I call it the rock star. The thing that you want to feature the most, and then you build yourself around that. Okay? I really love this outfit. So when I go on ahead and I put together this outfit, the first thing I did was choose the outfit. Then I chose the hair. Normally I am red hair. Okay, I'm Christina Hearts and I'm known as the redhead. But I'm kicking off a new series, so I wanted to do something different. Okay? I'm dressed up. I am horny. So I decided to wear this. It's a bunch of dicks. I'm sorry, I'm horny. I want to play. Okay? I went on that and I wore this slut. I'm Christina Hart, so I love this heart necklace. Okay? So I chose the outfit, then I went on ahead and I built up around it. This is my princess belt. Now, a long time ago, Hustler actually put out a princess belt buckle, and it came with a crappy belt. Normally these run about $40 to $80. Okay, they're extremely rare. What I did is I did not like the belt that it came with. I went on and I cut the leather belt, okay, because it was all worn and it was used. I got a really good deal on it, and that's fine because I bought it for the belt buckle, okay. Now, then I went on ahead and I got this Western belt, and this Western belt has 3 screws on the back of it. So you can go on ahead and take off the belt buckle that actually comes with this belt by the 3 screws, and I was able to put my princess buckle on there. So this is my princess Western Hustler belt. This is very, very special to me. So I'm kicking off the new series for you guys. You guys, the fans, the followers, and the subscribers are very special to me. So I wanted to wear this thing that is very special to me and tell you about it in case you're wanting to get one. A lot of times you can find them on eBay. I think that's where I got lucky to find this. You might get lucky and find one off of Amazon, but I highly doubt it. Probably your best bet would be eBay. So anyway, moving on. So you're not going to be any good to anybody unless you are comfortable and you are self-confident. And when you are comfortable and you are self-confident, then of course your self-esteem explodes. And when you believe in yourself, then other people are going to see that energy radiating off of you. Okay? So you can't get a job, walk into a job, looking for a job, and get a job by sitting there saying, yeah, I was going through the area and I could definitely use the money. You're not hiring, are you? That's not going to get you a job. You got to go in there with spark. Oh, I see that you have positions open. I've always been a big fan of Burger King, you know, or whatever the job, okay? You got to go in there with a spark. I've always wanted to work at the bank. I always wanted to learn whatever. I've always wanted to work in this warehouse. I've always wanted to go ahead and work. We have a place here. It's a sanitized place. I think it's called Tupco. They make sanitized sheets and all that. Yeah, I mean, if my job went to crap, okay, which possibly can happen with their economy, I would rather smell like Bounty sheets and sanitizer than smell like I just got out of a slaughterhouse. So always go into a job like you're excited about it and you cannot wait to be part of the team. Okay? So it's very important to be self-conscious. It's very, very important to have that self-confidence. It's very important to be comfortable in the area in which you're surrounded by, and that's going to build your self-esteem. So I'm trying to think of anything that I have not covered here that I wanted to cover in this first episode. So I hope that you enjoyed this great introduction. And before I go on ahead and get off on before I go on ahead and close this up, because I am approaching the hour, and I just wanted to kick off an introduction here. Okay? So, that's okay. I'm going to go on ahead and edit right here. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to do, but I'm going to go on ahead and begin that with part 2. Because feeling sexy is very important. Being self-confident is very important. And this builds your self-esteem. So this is Christina Hearts. I'm going to wrap it up. I know that I went through a lot of information. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the outfit. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And stay tuned for part 2. Christina Hearts loves you. See you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.